Hey guys, I'm Claudia. I'm a certified health coach and owner of Be Healthy, Happy, and Whole. And today I'm going to talk to you about healthy fats. So I know there's a lot of products on the market that say low fat and fat free, but I just want to urge you to steer clear of those products. And the reason for that is a lot of times when they remove fat from a product, they're generally going to be replacing it with other ingredients that give it more flavor. So the stuff that they're usually replacing that fat with is sugar, sodium, or artificial flavorings. Just stuff that you don't need in your diet and stuff that, quite frankly, is not really good for you. So I say steer clear of low fat and fat-free products. And I want you to become friends with fat. Fat is not the enemy. It's actually really beneficial to your health. I'm going to go over some of the benefits, and then I'm going to go over some of the healthy fats that I use on a daily basis. Okay, so some of the benefits of incorporating healthy fat into your diet is it helps to reduce inflammation in the body, which is super important. It's really good for skin health and eye health. And then it's also really great for balancing your hormones. So ladies, if you have like a really iffy cycle, if you're trying to get pregnant or if you're going through menopause, it's really good to incorporate some healthy fats in your diet because they really do help to balance hormones. And then the other thing that is really great about healthy fats, and that seems to blow people's mind, is that they actually really help you lose weight. And they do so by increasing your metabolism, or they speed up your metabolism, which in turn helps you to burn fat. What else? They support a healthy thyroid, which is super important. One of the reasons why so many women have a hard time losing weight, or they're constantly gaining weight, is because they have a thyroid that's not functioning properly. And one of the best things you can do for that is incorporating healthy fats into your meals. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you a little bit about my favorite fats. Okay, so the first one is avocado. This is only a half of avocado because I ate the other half this morning. I eat avocados probably 4 to 5 times a week, and I usually eat about just half of one. There are tons of healthy fats in here, and they're just so delicious. They're creamy. You can add them to smoothies. You can eat them plain. A lot of times I just sprinkle some sea salt on them. I put them in salads. It's just so yummy. So I highly suggest you start eating avocados. Okay, the other healthy fat I like are nuts. I don't generally snack on nuts really often, but I do make nut milk, and I love nut butters. One in particular is almond butter. This one I get at Trader Joe's. And it's really good because there's no salt added, no sugar, no oils. It's just raw almonds, and it's super creamy and yummy. It's a really good snack. You can put it on apples or just eat it with a spoon right out the jar like I do. Okay, moving along. So the other healthy fat that I use pretty often is extra virgin olive oil. This one I got at Trader Joe's also. This one's not my favorite. I usually like darker olive oils because they have like a kind of a nuttier taste, and they're definitely more rich, and you use a little bit less for some reason. I tend to use a little bit less when I buy the darker ones. And you want to make sure that you store olive oil. Make sure it's in a glass container. That's the best. And you want to store it in like a dark place because it can go rancid fairly quickly. I use olive oil raw. I do use it for cooking now and then, but I prefer it raw. I really like the flavor of it. I will pour it over some sauteed veggies or in a salad. It's just really yummy. So the other thing I use is ghee, if you can see that. And this is clarified butter. So clarified butter means that they just remove the milk solids. So if you have a dairy allergy or dairy intolerance, this is actually really good for you. You don't get any of the side effects of dairy. You don't get any bloating or any of that yucky stuff. I love the taste of this. I usually use it for sauteing greens, or sometimes I use it for fish or meat to saute them in. But just a little bit I use because it's very rich, but delicious. Okay. Moving along, the other healthy fat that I use is coconut milk. Can you see that? This one I get at Whole Foods. This is their 365 house brand. It's only like a couple bucks for a pretty big can. A little goes a long way. It's very creamy and thick. I used a little bit too much the other day and I was very full. It's delicious. That's why I probably overdid it. But I use it sometimes in coffee or tea, but I really like it with like granola or just some fruit. Sometimes I'll just have like a bowl of coconut milk with fresh raspberries and like toasted nuts or something. It's just so yummy. So I strongly urge you to give it a shot. There is a lot of fat in it, but again, it's a healthy fat, so don't be afraid to use this. Okay, and then my last favorite of all favorites, healthy fat, is coconut oil. So I post about coconut oil pretty often because I use it so often. This one, again, I got at Trader Joe's. I shop there often because they have some pretty reasonable prices and they have some really good stuff. And this one, it's really great because it's organic, it's virgin coconut oil, it's cold pressed and unrefined. So that's what you want to look for when you are shopping for coconut oils. And I'll just show you the label again so you can kind of see some of the verbiage that they're using on there. And what I like about this is that it's USDA organic. So you can see that little label, that little circle. When you're buying organic products, you want to look for that USDA organic stamp because that means that it's 100% organic. I don't use this so much for cooking. I use it more for baking. So if a recipe like cookies or a cake calls for vegetable oil or canola oil, I never use that stuff. I always just melt a little bit of coconut oil and I use that instead. It's delicious. It adds a really yummy coconut flavor and it's much healthier for you than vegetable oils. What else? Oh, I put it in my coffee. I put about a teaspoon of coconut oil in my coffee and I have noticed that my skin has cleared up. I've even noticed like my cellulite reduced. You know, nobody wants cellulite, but unfortunately a lot of us have it. But I just noticed so many good benefits since I started using this on a daily basis that I'm just gonna keep doing it. And then the other thing that I love about coconut oil is like how versatile it is. So yes, you can use it like, you know, for baking and cooking, and if you want to put it in your coffee, totally give that a shot. But I love it to use it externally. So it's usually solid, but because I've been handling it for so long now, it gets like kind of soft. So it gets, I don't know if you can see that, it gets kind of like creamy. It's like a gel actually. And you just use it to moisturize. I use it on my elbows. I use it on my feet sometimes or my knees. You could really use it on your entire body. It's really moisturizing. Some people put it in their hair as a hair mask. That's something you could do at night. You know, just a little bit goes a long way. And, you know, just keep your hair up in like a little bun and let it kind of sit like that for about 20 minutes, and then you rinse it out the next day, and your hair's going to be like, not the next day, you rinse it out a few minutes, like after 20 minutes, and then the next day your hair will be super moisturized and shiny. Okay, and then the other thing I use coconut oil for, which I recently posted about, which I'm super excited about, is deodorant. Yes, deodorant. I definitely have always struggled with stinky pits. And it's been really hard for me to find a natural deodorant on the market that doesn't have any aluminum or any added fragrance or any added junk. Unfortunately, aluminum in deodorant has been linked to cancer and different diseases. It kind of screws up your hormones. So I just stay away from any sort of like drugstore deodorant, and I have tried many natural ones over the years, but they never really worked for me. So I like stumbled upon this recipe and I was like, oh, let me give it a shot. It literally requires like 3 ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry, coconut oil being one of them. I'm gonna post the my blog post, or the link to my blog post with the full recipe and exactly the instructions. But basically what you end up with is this solid product, which is deodorant, and it's awesome. It smells so good and it's long lasting. And for somebody like me who sweats a lot, especially when I'm working out or I'm at the beach or something, this stuff goes a long way. You just put like a little bit, it's solid, and you just kind of rub it under your pits and you're good to go. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. And that's about it, guys. So those are all my favorite healthy fats. I hope you like this video, and I strongly suggest that you start using some of these products in your everyday meals. I'm gonna post some of the products below, and again, I'm gonna post the blog post that I wrote about how to make your own deodorant from coconut oil. And I hope you like the video, and please leave any comments, questions, suggestions. I'm totally open to hearing your thoughts, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.